सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरु साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। ओम सच्चिदानन्दरूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तावत्रय विनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नुमः। धर्मः प्रोज्झितकैतवोऽत्र परमो निर्मत्सराणां सदां वेद्यं वास्तवमत्र वस्तु शिवदं तापत्रयोन्मूलनं श्रीमद्भागवते महामुनिकृते किं वा वरैरीश्वरः सद्यो हृद्यवरुध्यते शुश्रूषुभिस्तत्क्षणात् नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। ओं नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओं योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं। समस्तदेवताभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्रीमद्व्यास भागवत महापुराण आचार्येभ्यो नमः। ओं श्री परब्रह्मणे महाविष्णवे ब्रह्मणे सनकादिमुनिभ्यो नारदाय वेदव्यासाय शुकब्रह्मर्षे सुतमहामुने नमः। शौनकादृशिभ्यो अत्र्यादृशिभ्यो प्रह्लादादिभक्तजनेभ्यो नमः। श्री दक्षिणामूर्ति दत्तात्रेय ग्रीवादि गुरुभ्यो नमः। आदिवराशक्तिमात्रे नमः। आदित्यादि नवग्रह देवताभ्यो नमः। मत्स्यादवतादरेभ्यो नमः। अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। ओम श्री कृष्ण परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराणम् एकादश स्कन्धः अथ एकादशोऽध्यायः। मुक्तिरित्वान्यथा रूपं स्वरूपेण व्यवस्थितिः। अथ एकादश स्कन्धः एकादशोऽध्यायः। श्रीभगवानुवाच। Chant from verse number 20. Yasyam name pavanamangakkarm stityudbhava prana nirodhamasya leelavatare janmana syat janmava syat bandhyam giram tam vibhruyanna dhiraha evam jignasaya pohya nanatva brahmamatmani uparameta virajam manomayarpya sarvage यद्यनीशो धारयितुं मनो ब्रह्मणि निश्चलं मयि सर्वाणि कर्माणि निरपेक्षः समाचर। श्रद्धालुर्मे कथा शृण्वन् सुभद्रा लोकपावनीः गायन्ननुस्मरन् कर्म जन्म चाभिनयन् मुहुः मदर्थे धर्म कर्म कामार्थान् आचरन् मदपाश्रयः लभते निश्चलां भक्तिं मय्युद्धव सनातने सत्सङ्गलब्धया भक्त्या मयि मां सौपासिता स वै मे दर्शितं सद्भिः अञ्जसा विन्दते पदम्। उद्धव उवाच साधुस्तवोत्तमश्लोक मतः कीदृग्विदः प्रभो भक्तिस्वयुपपज्येत कीदृशी सद्भिरादृता एतन्मे पुरुषाध्यक्ष लोकाध्यक्ष जगत्प्रभो प्रणतायानुरक्ताय प्रपन्नाय च कथ्यताम् त्वं ब्रह्म परमं व्योम पुरुषः प्रकृतेः परः अवतीर्णोऽसि भगवन् स्वेच्छोपात्त पृथक् वपुः। श्रीभगवानुवाच कृपालुरकृतद्रोहः तितिक्षुः सर्वदेहिनां सत्यसारो नवद्यात्मा समः सर्वोपकारकः कामैरहतधीर्दान्तः मृदुः शुचिरकिञ्चनः अनिहोमितभुक्शान्तः स्थिरो मच्चरणो मुनिः अप्रमत्तो गभीरात्मा धृतिमान् जितषड्गुणः अमानी मानदः कल्पः मैत्रः कारुणिकः कविः आज्ञाय इवं गुणान् दोषान् मयादिष्टानपि स्वकान् धर्मान् सन्त्यज्य यः सर्वान् मां भजेत स सत्तमः ज्ञात्वा ज्ञात्वा च ये वै मां यावान् यश्चास्मि यादृशः भजन्ति अनन्यभावेन ते मे भक्ततमा मताः मल्लिङ्गमद्भक्तजन दर्शनस्पर्शनार्चनं परिचर्या स्तुतिः प्रह्वा गुणकर्मानुकीर्तनम् मत्कथाश्रवणे श्रद्धा मदनुध्यानमुद्धव सर्वलाभोपहरणं दास्येनात्मनिवेदनम् मज्जन्म कर्म कथनं मम पर्वानुमोदनं गीतताण्डववादित्र गोष्ठीभिर्मद्गृहोत्सवः यात्रा बलिविधानं च सर्ववार्षिकपर्वसु वैदिकी तान्त्रिकी दीक्षा मदीयव्रतधारणम् ममार्चास्थापने श्रद्धा स्वतः संहत्य चोद्यमः उद्यानोपवना क्रीडा पुरमन्दिरकर्मणे सम्मार्जनोपलेपाभ्यां सेकमण्डलवर्तनैः गृहशुश्रूषणं मह्यं दासवत्यमायया अमानित्वमदम्भित्वं कृतस्यापरिकीर्तनम् अपि दीपावलोकं मे नोपयुञ्जान्निवेदितम् यद्यदिष्टतमं लोके यच्चाति प्रियमात्मनः तत्तन्निवेदयेतु मह्यं तदानन्त्याय कल्पते सूर्योऽग्निर्ब्राह्मणो गावः वैष्णवः कम्मरुजनं भूरात्मा सर्वभूतानि भद्रपूजापदानि मे सूर्ये तु विद्यया त्रय्या हविषाग्नौ यजेतमाम् आतिथ्येन तु विप्राग्र्ये भूष्वङ्गयवसादिना वैष्णवे बन्धुसत्कृत्या हृदि खे ध्याननिष्ठया वायौ मुख्यधियातो ये द्रव्यैस्तोय पुरस्कृतैः स्थण्डिले मन्त्रः हृदयैः यो भोगैरात्मानमात्मनि क्षेत्रज्ञं सर्वभूतेषु समत्वेन यजेत माम् धिष्णेष्वेष्विति मद्रूपं शङ्खचक्रगदाम्बुजैः युक्तं चतुर्भुजं शान्तं ध्यायन्नर्चेत् समाहितः इष्टापूर्तेन माम् एवं यो यजेत समाहितः लभते मयि सद्भक्तिं मत्स्मृतिः साधु सेवया प्रायेण भक्तियोगेन सत्सङ्गेन विनोद्धव नोपायो विद्यते सद्यग् प्रायणं हि सतामहम् अथैतत्परमं गुह्यं शृण्वतो यदुनन्दन सुगोप्यमपि वक्ष्यामि त्वं मे भृत्यः सुहृत्सखा इति श्रीमद्भागवते महापुराणे पारमहंस्यां संहितायाम् एकादशस्कन्धे एकादशोऽध्यायः। ओम शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। Salutations to the Lord, to the entire Gurus, and also all the avatars and bhaktas that are there in this great text Bhagavata Mahapuranam. It's only their blessings that we are able to do some study. But then, let us congratulate ourselves for the opportunity and also for encashing this opportunity, especially in these times of Kali Yuga, where the entire world is running in the external world for so many material things, getting indulgent in that and getting totally intoxicated in that. It is so difficult for a mind which is so much occupied by the worldliness to be able to think about these extraordinary sublime things related to the Bhagavan through the bhakti and jnana. Luckily we are a little bit inclined. That doesn't mean that we are totally away from the entire worldliness and totally entered into the spiritual life. We are only in the infant and beginning stage. This is a time where we have to protect ourselves with our simplicity and innocence, which we show through our own sincerity, regularity, in our own simple looking sadhanas, in our own being available for the Gurus to educate us, teach us through Shastra. May it continue. May it not be stopped or disturbed or for any reason we may not go away from this. After this much is done, at the second little higher matured level, what exactly said in the entire Bhagavatam and in the 11th Skandha particularly, and in that particular chapter and in this particular shloka. If we can become little more subtler, then we will see the meaning of it and the meaningfulness of what is spoken there. Then only the understanding of what is spirituality, what is sadhana, what is myself getting out of the anatma and getting into the identification of atma, all these start happening in our understanding. Then in the third stage, suddenly by His grace, when you are consistent like this, by His grace, one thought clicks. So much I am studying. So what it looks like if I really practically do all this and rise above all these my involvements or interests, how it looks like. Let me try. Let me see how it looks like if I just go just out of this, the body identity, out of this, the feeling that I am an individualized entity. How it looks like that anubhava when I am in my own self. So these thoughts start occupying us. So those days, that time, we are becoming more genuinely, seriously, the sadhaka, the adhyatmika sadhaka. And truly when one pursues that, slowly we will see the anubhava of that self, which is beyond all this. Then at that time, not only we feel guilty for not doing all this from such long time, not only that we feel free from these worldly entanglements, but also we feel so grateful for all the masters who after experiencing that did not go away but came down to us through the Shastras, they educated us. The truth of it, the fact of all these Shastras, the truth of our own self will be able to apprehend, comprehend and also experience. It is there, it is possible. How much ever real the world looks to be, but then on the higher inquiry level, it is only a bluff. How much ever the Vedanta, spirituality, sadhana looks to be bluff at this level, but on the sublime efforts, when we continue the efforts, we understand that this is the absolute truth. Point is what? Majority doesn't follow this, majority follow that. And we try to take the decisions on the basis of majority. If we are careful there, what is the carefulness there? The worldly, being worldly is very easy. Most of the people adopt the easy path. Therefore, the most of the majority are worldly. To be spiritual is very tough, difficult. Therefore, always there the minority only will be there of the number of people. And yet this is the real truth. Let us pursue that only. So Bhagavan Krishna to Uddhava, before he is leaving this world and going back to his place, he is educating Uddhava to reach to that place. Having reached where? That Anubhava. One, your separation from me is no more there. You find me eternally one with you. Second, your individuality you transcend. Third, your dependency about this world you will come out of. All so far experienced, the fears etc., the anxieties etc., the limitations etc., because of various upadhis limitation, none of them will be there. See the bird flying in the akasha, how free it is. So too, we'll be enjoying and flying in the akasha of our own essential nature. This is what Bhagavan Krishna trying to teach through Uddhava to Uddhava and to all of us also. So yesterday we have seen, after becoming Nishnata in the Shabda Brahma, we have to translate that into Parabrahma Anubhuti. If not, it will be as waste as taking care of such things which never yield us the results. Few examples are given. Then we saw about the Vani, especially Bhagavan said, all our Vani should be used only at a higher level of spirituality for Bhagavan's great karma of Srishti Sthiti-laya or of Bhagavan's great Leelas when it takes avatara and comes as avatar and does. In these two, when we are fully equipped, then what will happen? The entire world which is presently happening is also the Leela of the Lord only, although he has not come specifically in a major avatar rupa. Then what happens? When we see the entire world as Leela, one, the world no more troubles us because a Leela will not trouble us. Then because it is his Leela, our mind will be more and more tuned to him whose Leela is this world. When that way we tune to him, then we discover him. When discovered, the game is over, we have reached. That's the way. Then we started seeing from the 21st mantra onwards, in these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mantras, Bhagavan Krishna gives the alternative sadhanas for the highest sadhana of true jignasa, knowing him. These alternate sadhanas, rather they are not alternative sadhanas, they are the lower steps in sadhana. When they are done, we reach to the higher one. Keep one thing, transcending the reality given to this world, seeing the Lord who is untouched by this world, and knowing that Lord is me is the ultimate journey, ultimate destination. Never ever forget that. After all study of these Upanishads or Vedanta or Shastra, if the final goal is not clearly understood, then we have not done a great help to ourselves. Be clear about it. Okay. Now, evam jignasaya apohya nanatva brahmam atmani. Through the inquiry, when you reach to the self, you will see that self is one without second. Then all the nanatva is only brahma, only imagination, only projection, not reality. Then at that time, the mana become freed from Rajoguna. Such mind, put it in Paramatma Tattva and Uparameta. Thereafter, there is nothing for you to do. But before that, to pursue all that, the required qualification is the freedom of the mind. Now the mind is not free. It is its habits, it's a slave of its own habits, it's a slave of the senses and world, it's also a slave of the promptings from behind, called vasanas, because of which so much attachment to the world. Without that I can't live, and all sukha, bhoga is there only in this world. In this mood, majority are there, we too are there. So from there we have to pull ourselves back. So through variety of upasanas, through variety of tirtha yatras, what we do is discover that understanding in us. As much I was thinking that the world is truly happiness giver and I cannot live without the world, those things we have to conquer. Then only spirituality becomes meaningful. Very important, listen carefully. On today's day, our individuality we think is incomplete or zero, is never fulfilled without being worldly completely. More than that, if you really want me to say, allow me to say, for us, I means only the Deha. And throughout the day and life, we are catering to the needs only of this 6-footer and some inches Deha only. That's how our conduction is. Today, from morning till now, just go out of your own body, stand somewhere and observe the whole day what we have done. If you see only for the Deha, everything is done this only, nothing beyond that. Maybe little bit some duty work we might have done, but other than that our conscious identity is only with this. So these initial layers we have to conquer, just like if somebody has to be given the training in the army, he will have to be taken into army first. Before taken into army only, he is tested in so many things. After being taken, then the subsequent training to work. In the same way, for the subsequent training in Shravana Manana Nididhyasana, we have to first be qualified by getting ourselves out of all these bondages, all these indulgences, all these compulsions, all these obligations, all these so-called duties, all these so many dependencies. So many are there for us. These are all what put together is called as the rope of Asha Pasham, which is said in so many Shastras so many times. Lord helps us to get out of them by giving us some experiences or by giving some people in front of us who go through those experiences, or He gives us that wisdom. Make use of that wisdom. and get yourself qualified. What is an ideal person's life? That's what we are studying actually. He is minimum involved in the world to these duties. Maximum is only in the pursuit of ultimate excellence, either through bhakti or through jnana. If both of them are not possible, he is only busy in checking of his equipments and how much he is slave to them. He will only try to become master of it. Even that cannot be done. He is in the world only doing what is required, never getting bound by unrequired, non-required, non-essentials. This is how a picture completely should be there in our life as to how we have to live, what we have to live for. Then we get that maturity as early as possible and encash our lifetime given for higher and higher, greater and greater, innermost, deeper and deeper sadhanas. Now Bhagavan Krishna says, Yadi anishaha dharayitum manaha brahmani nischanam. If you are not Isha, if you are Anisha, Anisha means incapable of these two things. One, making the mind Nischala and using that mind to discover Brahma Tattva. In the effort of discovering Brahma Tattva, the mind is dissolved in that, then the Brahma Tattva is me experienced. Like the river running, entering to the ocean and experiencing itself to be the ocean. The river is the mind, ocean is Brahma. The mind merging in the Brahma is river merging in the ocean. Then river is not disappeared. River has discovered its oneness with a vast infinite ocean, with which it is already one, all the time one. It only thought it is separate and went far away. Then came running through all the paths and merged. So I also am never other than apart from independent of Brahman. I am that only. But I came out of that anubhava, that anubhuti that I am Brahma, and got identified with variety of upadhis and getting on running from one world to the other, one janma to the other. Now all that I traced back and entered into the Brahma as myself. Here Mana means all antakarana. Mana includes Mana, Buddhi, Chitta, Ahankara. Okay, when the Mana and Buddhi are only about the Lord, Chitta also becomes only about the Lord. When Mana, Buddhi, Chitta are totally about the Lord, Saguna or Nirguna Brahma, the owner of Mana, Buddhi, Chitta called as Aham also merges become one with the Lord. That is what is the beautiful teaching in 12th chapter Bhakti Yoga by Bhagavan Krishna. That's sloka number. Never ever forget that. 8th one. 7th or 8th. Mayeva mana adhatsva. See, put your mind in me. Mai buddhim niveshaya. Put your buddhi also in me. Then mana buddhi are put in me. Mana buddhi is chitta. Chitta is mana buddhi. Mana buddhi is put in the Lord. Then chitta also belongs one with the Lord. Merges in Lord. Then what happens? Nivasishyasi mai eva. Your aham also will enter into me and experience yourself as me as you. Ata urdhvam na samshayaha. Thereafter there is no doubt regarding your own essential identity. That's why in the next sloka, ata chittam samadhatum is said. Na shaknosi. If you cannot do, if you cannot achieve, putting your chitta in me. Now in the earlier sloka he said, put your mind and intellect in me. In the next sloka, if you cannot put your mind, intellect in me, like that he should say. But he said, if you cannot put chitta into me, what it means? Mana buddhi is equal to chitta. Samskaramaya kosha. So that's how the sadhana has to be. If you are not able to do the nischalata of the mana, followed by the mana dissolving in Brahma through the meditation, how to become qualified for that? What to do? Bhagavan says here, ki mai sarvani karmani nirapeksha samachara. So, nirapeksha, without any apeksha for your own selfish personal desires, offer all your karmas to me, having done them with all perfections of the processes. Never compromise with the process of activity. Do the process most divinely, beautifully, systematically, then offer everything to me. Don't have any apeksha, then what will happen? Like you should surrender the deha to the doctor, no apeksha. He will definitely in his own goodwill will diagnose and will give proper treatment of whatever is required. He will see to it that you are healthy. In the same way, without our own any apeksha of ours, we do everything and offer it to the Lord, the duties which we have to do. He will see to it that He will receive all of that. He makes our mind, intellect so calm, quiet, and also in that He fills His own grace in the form of jnana. Then we become qualified for the earlier sadhana of jnasaya atmanam. In Gita, as I said, there are 4 levels are told. Put your mind, intellect in me naturally. If you cannot do the abhyasa of it. If you cannot do that, then only do karmas related to me. If you cannot do that, only do all karmas offer to me. Even that you can't do, then whatever karma you do, not the negative, positive, the phala of that you give it to me. The 4 plus 1, the 5 stages Bhagavan tells in Gita. Because all of our antakaranas are with so much of prarabdha, so much of lives long carried, the rajas and tamas mile are there, malinya. It won't go just because one janma for few years, we heard some shastras from somebody, we did some lakhs of japa, we went to temple and made some thousands of parikrama. These are all very small dose of sadhana, which cannot eliminate these lives gathered, all the accumulated negativities. Bahunam janmanamante jnanavan maam prapadyate vasudeva sarvamit samahatma sudurlava. So we have started. More intensely we do, quickly we will be able to achieve. So at this level, first stage is what? Through all sadhanas, purify the mind, offer the mind in Brahma through jnana. They are not done, then whatever karma, niyata karma we have to do, let us do them, and entire set of it Bhagavan ko offer karo. Set of it Bhagavan ko offer karo. Then from inside us, I and mine and for me, these 3 things will slowly get reduced. I the jiva, mine is the world, for me I have to do this and that. This big obstruction will go away. That is what is Mai Sarvani Karmani Nirapeksha Samachara. Observe. Mai Sarvani Karmani Sanyasya Nirapeksha Samachara. Offer all the karmas to me, that which have to be done. So, right from the morning on, anything done, do for him only. That all will come. The entire chapter is giving details of these only. And every point is so beautiful, so essential. What is that told to be done and what is the result to be expected out of that? If these 2 are understood and we practice, in a very short span we can feel the difference in us. So therefore, so far what are the 3 things understood? 1, establish your mind in the Brahma. Second, if that is not done, prepare the mind to establish in Brahma. Third, if that's not done, anything you are supposed to do it and offer it to Lord. Where? Aham, mama, mahyam. These should not be there. Aham means me. Mama is mine. Mahyam means for me. These 3 should go away. Which aham we are talking? This jiva aham, who is identified with one set of upadhi. And these upadhis are so small, so chota. And from that, with that identity of that, this aham jiva want to become owner of big world and enjoy so many things. You understand the microness of the jiva in us. If the body identifies and you want to be happy by eating something in which 1/2 chapati extra he eats 3 days he'll have no digestion, heaviness. That much only our thing. You want to play, half an hour extra you play, tired, fatigued and exhausted. With a small ability efficient body, you want to do so many and enjoy, is it possible? With a small mind which has got attachment with 1 or 2 things or people, you want to eternally be happy. How is it possible? This mind itself is small. Its maturities are very less. It has no backup of the intellect. Intellect is not matured in the understanding how to love and people and get the love from people, and if they don't give love, how to respond. Should we expect our kuch bhi nahi pata and we want to be happy? It's like child asking for a highly sophisticated machine, whereas he can't manage very small thing. So too with a small dehaditadhatmya, we want to get bigger things. This is called jiva. From all that we get out. So, mai sarvani karmani mayarpya, karma nirapeksha samachara. Yeah? Let us understand. Mai sarvani karmani nirapeksha samachara. Now comes continuous sadhanas, one by one. You have to list them all and fill our day with this as our daily works to be done. What is the next one? Shraddhalurme katah shrunvan subhadra loka pavani gayan anusmaran karma janma chabhinayan muhu. First Shraddha. Shraddha in that goal to be achieved. Shraddha in the requirement of qualification. I want to achieve the goal of Aham Brahmasmi. And I am convinced that the qualification is required for that. Then these sadhanas which now Krishna Bhagavan is telling, when I do them, I become qualified for it. In that aspect, Shraddha. Then do the things told. Shraddhaluhu. First and foremost, replace samshaya by the Shraddha. Shraddhavan will get everything. Samshayatma will lose everything. Shraddhavan lavate jnanam moksham samshayatma vinashyati. Na ayam lokosti na paraha na sukham samshayatmanaha. The world which has to be doubted, we have so much faith in it. And the spiritual path, Lord, the Guru, the Shastra, the Sadhana, which actually are the ones which give us the experience of liberation, towards them we have samshaya. What an immaturity. Shraddhaluhu. Have Shraddha. So many people right from the beginning of creation. You know, one day we spoke about a thing around 11-12 months back. I don't remember this thought. I remember, when was that? I don't know. From the creation's beginning till now, uncountable jivas, human beings, crores, millions, involved in the external world of samsara vyavahara, got through variety of experiences. Not even one reported that they got complete, everlasting happiness or bliss in the world or samsara. Everybody experimented. Not even one has written a autobiography, saying that I got the bliss and beatitude in the world. At the most they might have said, I was not harming people, I was successful in my profession, I could earn some money, I could also do some seva to the world. But the continuous eternal happiness, nobody. So too, right from creation till now, few people only, sincerely, maybe some lakhs they may be, not more than that, pursued the spiritual path of Paramatma Anubhava. Among whoever have tried sincerely till the last point, not even one said that we did not get it. Everybody got it. Whoever have genuinely tried. Got what? That experience of I am the infinite self. I am blissful self. I am free from all the chains of bondage. In the worldly achievements, there is but still there. Ifs and buts are there. If that I would have got, it would have been better. Or I got it, but it's not complete. This is what the world. In the spiritual, the one who achieved, he says, got it. There's nothing more that's possible than this. Not nothing. I got the ultimate. I have the ultimate. This parameter we have to keep. All that I am saying, to say Shraddha. Shraddha in this path. Consciously we have to develop Shraddha. Shraddha goes away when we listen to the words or meet the people who are absolutely worldly and they misguide us. On the other hand, those who are on the path are really reaching to the higher scales, very strong in their convictions and pure in their heart. If we are in their company, our Shraddha becomes multiplied. So be careful, not allow the Shraddha to go away for the spiritual life and sadhana. Okay, Shraddhalu me, mere Shraddhalu bankar, me kathaha. Me means mama. My stories, me kathaha. What is Bhagavan's katha? Leelas are the kathas. But through the leela, what Lord is seeing, what Lord is telling us to know, first His presence. Second, He comes as avatar. Third, He protects the bhaktas and the dharma and He eliminates the dushta. This is called Bhagavan's katha, not the what is done. By doing that, what is achieved, that is the katha of the Lord. Same Bhagavan, another katha is what? He is there. He comes as avatar. And the one who seeks, the Lord gives such training education by which that person, that jiva, that sadhaka, that bhakta merges and becomes one with the Lord only. So Bhagavan's kathas are three. One is jiva rakshana palana poshana katha. Second is dharma samsthapana katha. Third is mukti giving katha. Through all the stories, Lord is doing this. Don't be only enchanted by the story. And that also understand completely. One is dushta shishna shishta rakshana. Second is dharma rakshana. Third is mukti. By making the jiva get out of all his individualities and merge in his essential nature, which is the Lord Himself. Every bhakta of the Lord first got rid of his outer worldly problems. Second, secured all the safety, securities. Third, if not this life, in another life, he has discovered his oneself in Paramatma. After discovering oneself in Paramatma, then he'll come back to teach the bhakti or jnanam for the subsequent jivas to take toward the Lord. That leela goes on happening. Like Puja Gurudev and all of them are what? From our stage of being a samsara jiva, they evolved with the help of their own gurus and they reached to the state. Then they became again the persons to catch or give that baton or the support to the next generation of the jivas. Then among us who are listening from him, we in turn slowly get matured, come to the experience of our essential self. And through us, the Lord will see some more jivas are lifted. That's how it goes on happening. In that, our job is first you get liberated from your own limitation, individuality. For that, Shraddhalu me kathaha. And what are me kathaha? Subhadraha lokapavanihi. See, lokapavanihi, they are the ones which purify the minds of everyone. Later on, Subhadraha, they take us to most auspicious state of experience. Loka is mind. Lokapavani is purifying the mind from all the non-positivities. Because when you have Shraddha in the Lord, and along with that Shraddha, when you listen to His Leelas, definitely the mind becomes purified. When the mind is purified, then all what is dharma, all what is sadhana, all what is bhakti, jnana, all of them will be understood by us. That is called as subhadratva. तो लोक को पावन करने वाला, फिर भद्रत्व को देने वाला, मेरे कथाओं को तुम श्रद्धा से सुनो. We listen, but not with Shraddha. Therefore, it doesn't enter into us. Then it never does the work. Whether it's food or medicine, it will have to enter into the system. Then only it will give you energy and immunity. So too, at the psychological level, all the information we are listening should enter into the system. Then only it works. What makes this listening enter into the system is Shraddha. Shraddha means what? What I am listening now in the class from Gurudev, from Lord, from the Shastra, I have to imbibe it. I want to change my life according to this. I have to improve upon me. This feeling is Shraddha. Coming and listening is one Shraddha. But then after listening I want to understand and I have to change myself. If that feeling doesn't come, then our job is like making a chai in chai shop. He makes tea not for him to drink, for everybody. So we are listening, but not for me. Yeah. श्रद्धालुर्मे कथाः शृण्वन् सुभद्राः लोकपावनी. Lot of explanation. I can go on. This is only for hours together, and I am cutting short. Two things. भगवान के लोक पावनी सुभद्र है सारे कथाएं in all the avatara. Listen them with Shraddha. Very deep it is. Especially in Bhagavan Krishna's avatar. Right from he listened from Devatas and Brahmadi Bhumata that so many Rakshasas are troubling us. Then he said assurance कि I am coming in Yadukula to Devaki Vasudeva. वहां से लेकर के Lord's जन्म in this Devaki Vasudeva in that Mathura Nagari से लेकर coming to this Vrindavan Gokula, all of them are the Lokapavani Subhadra. In that through all Leelas, he went on blessing the positively devoted people and eliminating the non-positive people only. And anytime when such Leelas we listen, we have to understand it both ways. One, grossly in the world, the negative people in the form of Rakshasas, Bhagavan eliminated. But that is once in a while. But all the time in all the jivas, including us, are there the Kamsadi Rakshasas in the form of negative vrittis and pravrittis inside. When Kamsadi Rakshasas are removed in Krishna Avatara Kala, at that time the Bhubhagam, which was troubled by them, got freed from those Rakshasas. And that type of safety, security Bhagavan gave by eliminating them. But that's not permanent. It's only external. That facilitated the people to become introverted to eliminate these Dushtadi Rakshasas inside also. Like outer Krishna removed outer Rakshasas, the inner Krishna will remove my own inner Rakshasas of all my negativities. That's why, remember, when we were studying Bhagavata, Krishna Leelas, Putana, Papa, then the Pralambasura, every Rakshasa we explained as one Durgunas. Chakatasura, the materialism, Pralambasura, the Asatya and Ragadi, and Trunavarta is greed, etc. Remember? Everyone has our own Durgunas. Bakasura, the hypocrisy, the Aghasura, sinful life. These are the Rakshasa vrittis, pravrittis in us, which are hiding the divinity in us. What I am trying to say are the explanation of these words, Lokapavani and Subhadra. Outside you listen, outside Lokapavani Subhadra. Inside you listen, inside Lokapavani Subhadra. So, Shraddhaluhu me katha shrunvan. Lokapavani Bhadrani Subhadra Lokapavani. So, is it okay enough that I am listening? Not sufficient. What is second thing? Gayan. You have to sing also. Sing, talk. Because when you listen, you are less responsible. But when you become a speaker, you become more responsible. The responsibility makes us involved in that. More involved. Therefore, Gayan. You must, each of you are seated, do the Gana of all these satsangas to somebody. Paise deke sunao, koi gal nahi, but it will be useful to you. कोई नहीं है तो एक बड़ा मिरर ला लेना. You put it in front of your wonderful easy chair and उस मिरर में वो महात्मा दिखता है ना, उनको सिखाओ. वो लड़ेगा नहीं आपसे. But गायन, Shunvan गायन. Shunvan is Jnanendriyas karma. Gayan is the Karmendriyas karma. But not enough. This Shravanam, Ganam should enhance us in our understanding. We should lead us to do the same kathas of the Lord in our own mind. That's called as Anusmaran. Anusmaran is the Antakarana Kriya, and Shravanam and Ganam, when it is done for sufficient time, then only we can reach to the third level of doing the Smarana of them. Only the Leelas of Lord should come in our mind. Like evening we finished our all the classes. Bhagavatam over, Ramayana over, Tulsi Parayana over, Japam is over. Then after that till next day morning class we come to, in our mind all these things only should reverberate. Then only the flow of this memory of these things will eliminate the unwanted things in the world. Remember, in general also world is unwanted. Particularly when we become spiritual, world is totally unwanted. That has to be pushed away. What is wanted in the world by us, for us? Only some safety, security, survival. अब बाकी सब में क्या लेने देना हमको? अब जितना भी तुम करो, आप चले जाते तो अवतार ही आके चले गए, उसके बाद फिर से वही है ना, वर्ल्ड बैक टू स्क्वायर वन. Remember, Lord comes and does all this only to prove His presence as well as instruct to the people that He is the goal. Others do the seva of the world, not to improve the world. For them to know two things. One is Antakarana Shuddhi, second is the world is only for me to serve. More than that, world has nothing. Survival, sustenance, thereafter serve the world for some time for purification. After that, Namaste, Ram Ram to the world. To do that, even from the mind, what we have to do is Anusmarana of only these things. When we do from the mind, also they go away. What is the most Vichitra Vishayam? That world which was being involved by us physically so much so far, that world which was always there in the mind, when that is reduced or eliminated because of our involvement in more and more spiritual thoughts or Bhagavad Kathas, observe, nothing is happening except we are freed from the worldliness. Something more is happening, is we are becoming deeper and subtler in our understanding about Bhagavan. याद रख लेना. These two wrong notions, that I cannot live without the world and world cannot be without me, are the ones because of which we are not able to withdraw and find our own inner self. These are all notions only. Let whatever be the world, if you do spiritual sadhana, world will not disturb you. How much are you involved in the world will take care of itself. Even if you don't involve the world doesn't mind. It finds its own alternative. We are not indispensable. We are not so important. We are important to ourselves as a sadhaka. Once we reach to that ultimate state, we are the most important person for the world and for the Lord. They use us as their instrument. वो बात की बात. श्रद्धालुर्मे कथा शृण्वन् सुभद्रा लोकपावनीः गायन् अनुस्मरन् karma, janma. What is about Bhagavan's katha? Janma karma. His janma, Bhagavan's avatars, all of them have truly have happened. None of them are only stories or anything. Then in that janma, he has done so many karma. Let the mind be soaked in that. The mouth is soaked in that in speech. Ears are to be continuously heard about that all. Then only Bhagavan will enter. And those were the days of olden times where only in this way they used to involve in Bhagavad Smarana, Bhagavad Chintana. Therefore for them Bhagavan is so important, essential as well as a part of their life. They were never away from the Lord even a moment. Therefore the devil called as Maya and worldliness never used to enter them. Now in our life, Maya entered, so God has gone away. Aisa nahi hua. We kept ourselves away from the God, therefore the Maya entered. The entire worldliness entered. 1, 2, 3 people used to be worldly, all other spiritual. Now, whole universe is only external, extroverted. All people, all beings, jivas, except a handful. So, the Lord's Janma and Karma. We have to do the Shravanam, Ganam as well as Chintanam. Then, the fourth one Bhagavan has added. What is that? Very interesting. Abhinayan Moho. This is a uniqueness here started. even all the Leelas of the Lord, you do the Abhinayanam of that on the stages. After studying this only, the different stage plays regarding Paramatma have come. Because on the stage dais, some people taking those roles and studying the Bhagavatadi and exactly they deliver those dialogues, express those actions. When you listen only the audio is there, visual is not there. So when on the stage both audio visual are there, then the mind and heart accepts it more beautifully, takes it more beautifully. From that time only, all the Ramayana, Bhagavad, Mahabharata, whatever the different beautiful moral, ethical, spiritual kathas were there, they were played on the stages. Abhinayan Muhu. It's such a fact, I tell you, some of you are doing it. I'm so happy. Make it regular. That whenever the Janmashtami comes, you make your grandchildren dressed in that. And mind you, take those pictures and put in the album. For throughout life, it's a treasure. Only the Abhinayanam outside done. Now teach to that child some dialogues of Bhagavan Krishna in Gita or any other of the songs, etc. That remains throughout the life. There can be no better treasure than these which you can give to the children. Let them take. You give them, Hare Tum Rama 1 week, Hanumanji 1 week, Lord Krishna 1 week, Shiva 1 week. Abhinayan karo, there's nothing wrong. That's how we become one with those roles. Children like to play the roles. Role play is the most important thing to create the children for future, provided the playing roles are a proper models, not the models. The role model roles, when they played, the children gets molded into that role. Beautiful. Just see those Independence Day, etc. celebrations where the children go with all the attires of the freedom fighters. That 1 week, everybody in that mood. If somebody takes Alluri Siddharama Rajandra, some Subhash Chandra Bose, he gave the dialogues and so that. That's how we have to give them. These are the few things. You listen to Katha, you speak out the Katha, then you enact the Katha, you sing the glory of the Katha, you do the study about that Katha, in which what are the morals, ethics, spiritualities that are conveyed through that. That is how we have to spend our big chunk of time. You make one, some of you are already studying Bhagavad Ramayana, some topics at least you might have liked. Note them all, along with all dialogues, make a script and freely teach the children, give them prizes. This is the best way to spend your time and money. You only train them, let them act, then give the prize. What happens through that? These missing beautiful samskaras of our Bhagavan and all, you are the beautiful person to inculcate these things in them. Abhinayan, Bhagavan खुद ही कह रहे यहाँ अभिनयन करो, because we like to follow some hero worship तो है ही, it can never go. When you have to do the Abhinayanam, do of Bhagavan. Leela, wonderful it is. So you are purified in the mind, take the mind into the Guru, Guru will give the Adhyatma Jnana, meditate on the self, realize. If that is not done, then what to do with Karmendriya, Jnanendriya, Antakarana? Only the Subhadra, Loka Pavaniya, the Janma and Karma of the Lord, sing out, listen and act. So clear? What is remaining now is only to do it practically. Theory bata chuke. And Subhadra, Loka Pavani, definitely. Bhagavan's all Leelas are only to bring the Mangalatva in the world. No, even when he kills the Rakshasas, that is good for his own Mangalata. Goes on increasing his sin, quantities of a sin. In the meantime, the long life of such negative fellow will make more people suffer and all of their curse will be on him. Why people are put in jail? for various reasons. One reason is what? He is restricted of his own freedom to continue negativities. Second is what? The entire public who are hating him are withdrawing from that because he is not available, he is in the jail. Third is what? He is given a chance to reconcile, rethink and remake his life when he is given another chance. The same way, the negative people are killed by the Lord only for giving them a chance to rethink, restart their life. So therefore, Bhagavan, while doing these leelas of Dushya Samhara also, there is Subhadra and Lokapavani. Like two children fight. Naturally, one of them will be culprit who does some poking. And it is found on evidence, through evidence. Then she will give to that fellow. One was mistake. Now, why did she give? Because she loves him, that he should not commit that mistake. Otherwise, she has love for both of them. So to the nature or the Lord has love for all his jivas. Among them, few jiva will go out of track because of the freedom given. Freedom is given to us only to do what God says. Freedom is not given to us to do that which God doesn't say and says not to do. Which again, when you that way deeply think, so many things get revealed. Now, one more we see. Madarthe dharma kamarthan acharan mad apashrayaha labate nishalam bhaktim mayi uddhava sanatane. Now, how spashta these words, these explanations are. Little with a concentrated intellect and mind, and make a notes of it and feel for these teachings and start doing one by one how quick and fast would be our evolution. That ingredient of sincerity, that ingredient of inclination, from somehow or the other we have to inculcate. Only way is what? Tell to ourselves all the time. Stop telling others. Tell ourselves, I have to become, I must become, I want to become sadhaka. Then these are the sadhanas, I have to do them, I must do them, I want to do them, I will do. And do it. One of the biggest exercises is what? These spiritual sadhanas, I must to do, I want to do, I will do. These thought japa every day we have to do. Then after 2-3 years we start doing it. What japa we do? We do take the name of the Lord, and while doing so what you say? Bhagavan, all my kashta mushkil you only remove, and all my sadhana also you do. I will be nikamma. It is an impossible proposition. No, Shastra told that you do prayers to become dependent on the Lord, and Lord does all your works, and you buffalo lazy like you sit. This is wrong thoughts we are giving, and we are becoming like that only. To such an extent we fool ourselves when a Swami tells you to come to the class, when we have audacity to defeat the Swami by saying, अगर भगवान चाहते हैं तो मुझे क्लास में ले आएंगे. What nonsense you are talking? How carelessly arrogant is that sentence? That do you have any other way of the Lord to come other than the Swami? Swami के रू Lord ही तो आके बता रहे हैं, दूसरे रूप में नहीं आएंगे वो. If you don't listen to a Swami's invitation for class, do you think the Lord will come? No. In other form to tell you, he will not come. You will not listen him. तुम क्या कोई स्वामी को मैंने हरा दिया, तुम कहाँ से आए? That is arrogant audacity. We will have to say this. Why? Because we have negatively trained ourselves. What is the negative training? Putting everything on Lord's bharosa. Now, you have put on bharosa of Lord only. But Lord only coming through, na? In what form you want the Lord to come? That Pratyaksha Shankha Chakra Gada Padma lekar, he should come and tell you that you attend the class. उतना पुण्य किया क्या? उतनी भक्ति है क्या? फोकट में आएंगे क्या भगवान? That is another arrogance. That we take Guru, Bhagwan, everybody as Gulam. They are servants, slaves to us. These are all wrong notions in spirituality. Non-spiritual have their own notions. They are sometimes better. So-called spiritual people also, they don't listen. They don't understand it. Okay. Next one comes up. मद अर्थे धर्म कामार्थान आचरण. Acharan and upar में शृण्वन, they are all present continuous tenses. करते करते, करके छोड़ दिया नहीं. Food throughout life we have to take. Inhaling every second it should go on. Blood circulation हमेशा होना चाहिए. So too, these sadhanas cannot be given a time limited stopped. Charayveti till you reach the gamyam or lakshyam. The first one, there it came. Here, next one, mad arthe. Mad arthe means for my sake. Dharma kama arthan acharan. Do all the acharan of dharma kama artha for me. So dharma acharana for the sake of Lord means what? Exactly do the dharma and Krishna arpanam. Do it. For the kama doing for the sake of the Lord. Every kamya vastu offer it to the Lord. Take it as his prasad. Artha is offered to the Lord means what? With that artha only Bhagavat related activities you do. This is called a dharma kamartha offering to the Lord. Otherwise, these three things we misuse in the world, we become more worldly, and in that maya only we continue for millions of lives. Never ever we will come across, even though it is happening around us, about the higher life of spirituality or sadhana. Madarthe dharma kamarthan acharan. And while doing so, for survival, for the purification, for better opportunities, again, madapashrayaha, take my support. Taking the support of the Lord to do sadhana is different. Every sadhana putting on the Lord and yourself become worldly is different. That's what generally we do. Madapashraya means what? Take my support, hold on to me, and keep doing these three things. What is meaning of Madapashraya is that whenever any doubt, fear comes, कि I am doing dharma, artha, kama only for the Lord, मेरा कुछ होगा क्या? He assured that you will be taken care. You are purified, you are made very subtle in your intellect, then a guru will come in your life, he will teach you Mandukya Upanishads, then you understand the reality as reality, unreal as unreal. There ends the matter. You know the reality, you experience it. That Madapashraya. Madapashraya is such a beautiful feeling. No moment of the life you have forgotten Lord, and no moment of the life we have left the hand of the Lord. Beautiful. Madapashraya. How beautiful, you know. Like the children have the ashraya of the parents. How nice that life is. Students have the ashraya of the teacher. But these parents, teachers cannot be permanent. Physically also and in terms of capacities also. And the only permanent eternal to support us is Bhagavan only. Take his support. Always heart in heart. Two things. One, consciously hold on to the Lord. Second, consciously feel that hold. You will see later on, when I hold on to the Lord and I become conscious of it for few years, I will see that later on, I'll visualize, I'll experience that He is holding me now. When He holds me, even if I want, I can't destroy myself. Because now I am caught by Him. And that Jiva or Sadhaka's life, in which he is held by the Guru and God, he is liberated. Yame Maheshavarate Tena Labhya. Svaijanata Jaidev Janai. How beautiful it is. Now what is happening? Lord is trying to hold us. हम उनको ना झटका देके भाग रहे. We have to hold on to Him. Later on, in between, He will give a pariksha of Himself giving jhatka to us. As if He only is leaving us. That time, more strongly we have to hold. Lord giving jhatka and leaving us are those timings in our life where, with little of knowledge, little of some seva done, we feel we have become great Swami and Tommy, and we becoming great and forget the Lord. That time, then immediately you will see, entire thing becomes collapsed. That time is the time we have to hold ourselves strong. Then the last stage, He will hold. और एक बार पकड़ लिया, and hawk eye it is called. एक बार एक गीध का उसकी दृष्टि वहां पड़ जाती है ना, it will not leave it. And Bhagavan दृष्टि is like that. If he catches that disciple or devotee, Bhagavan or Guru, till the liberation is given to them, he will not leave them. He will come one after other life behind to help, to guide, to protect. Now, there are very sublime things. They are not theory spoken. It's so many lives, so many Mahatmas, so many things it's being observed, then we are saying. So, Madapashraya is explained. Madarte dharma kamartha nacharan, Madapashraya. Now, so spashta roop se it is explained. No, after this can't say that we are not told. You can say that we have not listened. That's a fact. It is told, you have not heard. Not heard with Shraddha. Listen with Shraddha, note them. And what is difficulty there other than little laziness? And some small, funny looking tips you can take up. These points you write on the wall. And anything you are doing, relate to it for 6 months, 1 year, till it becomes habit. Am I living in Dharma, Artha, Kama, offering to the Lord? Am I having that Ashraya of the Paramatma all the time? अरे ज़्यादा टाइम नहीं लगता, कोई भी साधना 1-2 साल से ज़्यादा नहीं लगता to establishing that if we are sincerely doing. It's not said that we are not doing sincerely. Point is what? Required sincerity. Second is what? We are neutralizing, nullifying whatever we have done by doing the opposite things. This we have to recognize. Again the same point. Why we are doing opposite things? The total vasanas, desires have not gone away. Why? Viveka Vairagya nahi hua. And these are all taught to those persons who want to get out of the worldliness and get Viveka Vairagya. And also for those who have already got Viveka Vairagya. Not for those who are outside little sadhaka, but chupa chupi inside again samsara or world. He's cheating himself. I must know one day that I am cheating myself, thinking that I am intelligent. By not following sincerely, completely the spiritual sadhana. Then what happens to such person when he does all these things? What are they? Mai sarvani karmani samachara nirapekshaha. Then me katah shrunvan subhadrah lokapavani. Then gayan anusmaran as well as the abhinayan. Shrunvan, gayan, anusmaran, abhinayan. 4 words. Listening, speaking, remembering as well as enacting. Then, madarte dharma kamartha. The entire life, we are only doing dharma. And whatever the kamana comes, we get it out of it. Anything required for the life, we take it as prasada of the Lord. Feel a feeling in your mind wherein nothing of this world is a bhogya vastu to me. Anything I need for the sustenance of the Lord, for the sustenance of life, I am taking the prasada. Imagine what will be the purity of that mind. How wonderful it is. How wonderful it is. Is it not giving so much of joy even while remembering or imagining? Self-respect, self-esteem, self-confidence. That is what. All this when we do, labate nishchalam bhakti mai uddhava sanatane. With all these things slowly, me the sanatana eternal truth on me, he will get that nischala bhakti. All the achachalatas will go away, nischalata will come. Like right now in our 2 years of practice, our nischala bhakti in the shastra is developing. Is it not? At least I am to feeling, some of you also, these shastras only again we have to study more deeply and get the essence of it, consume that essence, get into the experience of the mukti. Because we are continuously doing our nischala bhakti. In other words, as said by the Lord, when all of them are done, we get the nischala bhakti in Paramatma with sanatana, eternal, chirantana. The chirantana, nirantana, eternal Paramatma cannot be Rama or Krishna, he is only Parabrahma. Parabrahma only. And that Parabrahma only again comes as avatars. If not avatara, between 2 avatars, he comes in the form of all the rishis, munis and saints and realized saints. They are all called Karaka Purushas, or different names are given in our Shastra for them. Some of them by choice come, some of them are sent by the Lord. Some people in this very life, they liberate, get themselves and then allow the Lord to express through them. That are all again avatar of the Lord only, between two avatars. Thus, the Sanatana Paramatma only always available in the form of the avatars or in the form of the realized saints, continuously to guide. On them we get the bhakti. So, Alavate Nishra Bhakti Mayuddhava Sanatane. Now comes most important thing, ki Satsanga Labdhaya Bhaktya Mahimamsa Upasita. See, when you get the Satsanga, in that Satsanga, when you get the Bhakti, through the Bhakti, when they do the Upasana of me, with that all that Satsanga, Bhakti, of the Bhakti, Upasana of the Lord will come in the form of the Satpurushas. By them, he is pinpointedly, perfectly, by that Sadguru, we are hinted or indicated or instructed about the truth, the Paramapada, then we reach to that. Satsanga, Bhakti, Upasana, Guru Upalabdhi, from the Guru, Tattva Bodha, Tattva ka teaching, or Tattva Chintana, we do all the teachings, then we get to the Tattva Bodha. Savai me darshitam satpihi anjasa vindate padam. Savai me padam vindate. Me padam vindate. They reach to me. How? Satpihi darshitam. The Satpurushas, Gurus, show them that path. Anjasa, less effort, easily. But for that, what we have to do? Satsanga labdhya bhaktya mahimamsa upasita. In fact, this shloka Panchis is again can be said as the essence of what is said all above, and a complete shloka in itself. And this Satsanga Mahima is the entire theme of the chapter 12, which he will tell again toward the end of this chapter. This shloka has exclusively a sadhana in it. Even the above ones are not remembered by us much, only this must be remembered and do, that also will be sufficed. What is to be done? Let us explain, take 5 minutes on the matter. Satsanga labdhaya bhaktya. Have Sangha with the Satpurushas, who talk about the Sat Paramatmas, Sat Leelas. Through that, what it should lead to in us the Bhakti. What is Bhakti? The presence of the Lord and the joy that is gained if we are in proximity to the Lord, therefore wanting to be in proximity to the Lord. भक्ति का क्या होता है? भगवान है, उनके पास रहने से हमें खुशियां मिलेंगे, इसलिए हमें उनके पास रहना. दिस कॉल्ड एज भक्ति. दिस सत्संग में मिलता है. Sangha is same, and that Sangha in which I must be very close to the world, because world gives me sukha. If those convictions are coming, they are called dussanga. And that Sangha in which the Lord is truth, the Lord is reality, and when having close proximity with Him, by His grace, all my difficulties go away, and I will be in a good state of security and happiness. That feeling is called as Satsanga. Wherever that feeling comes, that's Satsanga. Immediately after that, what happens? Therefore, let me be closer to Him. And then how to become closer? This is what the next step, Upasita. Upasana is where we ourselves are sitting near to the Lord, practically doing our sadhana. For that, what is required is the desire to be practically near to the Lord through sadhana. That desire is called as bhakti. That is generated in us by the Guru when we go to satsanga. Therefore, satsanga should lead to the bhakti, bhakti should lead to the upasana. Now, don't take the upasana and all that as we every time explain. Here, we are talking about practical experience. Upasana is what? Bhakti is what? You want to meet your children or grandchildren. Bhakti, prem ho gaya man mein ki, bahut din ho gaye itne pyare pyare bache. Now what do? You book a ticket and go and fly and all, reach there. That reaching them with all efforts, your upasana. Upaminyar asana means you have gone there. And Vaki you will see what a beautiful 2-3 months you spend there with your children, grandchildren. They are also happy, you are also happy. It's a heaven-like thing. You have done the upasana, but that was because of bhakti. And by the bhakti in the satsanga, nobody told you, you only thought in your mind. अकेला हूं मैं, बोर लग रहा है 2 साल से, because corona I never moved anywhere, now let me go. Same way in the satsanga Bhagavan tells the Guru tells the mahima of the adhyatmikata, mahima of Bhagavan and all that. Then really Vaki इतना बढ़िया रहता है. Then the bhakti comes. Then I want to experience that Lord. Experience your own upasana, experience Lord's grace, experience the anubhava of the Lord's grace. Then the upasana is told. Aisa karo. In the upasana, the ganam comes, the nrutyam comes, the smaranam comes, and also this variety of pujas ityadi also come. All of them are upasana, in which the theoretically understood the Lord's proximity we practically experience. In the beginning, that is the prayatna purvakata. Later on, the druda prayatna leads to the druda bhavana. The stage comes where the bhavana becomes anubhava. Anubhava it becomes. At the bhavana level only, the bhakta who is doing upasana, so pure, beautiful is that bhavana, very much he sees his Ishta Devata in that Murti and all. He'll be so much in that joy, he starts having those tears and inexplicable emotions, for which we have become aliens now, because we have lost all that abilities, capacities. In all those 60s, 70s, 80s movies, you will see that. They listen somewhere, they develop the desire to see the Lord, then in some other upasana they do. While doing that, they come to that level of bhavana. In that bhavana, their entire personality shakes. They start crying for the Lord profusely. Oh Lord, give me the darshan and all. Suddenly you see that idol moves, Bhagavan comes. Beautiful, no, it was. Don't you see? They were all those directors, and all of them were so close to our Sanatana Dharma and Shastras that time. That's how they used to bring out. Even now when you see those movies, you can really feel those bhaktas, how they have become melted in their devotion and made the Lord to melt and come and give darshan. Many movies based on the historical stories only. You know, all the story of Gyaneshwar, Tukaram, ये सब आप देखो क्या बढ़िया है. Upasana का फल है वो. Upasana is done only when you have bhakti. You will have bhakti only when you listen the satsanga from the Guru. So satsanga labdhaya bhaktya mahimam sa upasita savai, to such person me parampadam vindate, savai me parampadam vindate anjasa vindate sadbihi darshitam. To that persons who have become very proximity to me, then the final finishing touches are done by the Guru by introducing us to the Lord who is our own self. I alone am there, from there I am there as Jiva, Ishvara is there. Keep on doing the upasana of the Ishvara. When the upasana is sufficiently done, then we are told even that upasya devata also is upadhi yukta. Go beyond the upadhi of upasya devata and upasaka, there you see him and you are one. That is called final stage. That is called me parampadam vindate. They will experience me. This is how the beautiful teachings of Krishna to Uddhava. Listening to this, Uddhavaji asks some questions. 2 questions mainly asks. One, the Bhakta Lakshanas. Second is Bhakti Sadhana. So the entire next portion from verse 29 to 49. These 21 slokas talk about first 10, 12 or 7, 8 slokas about the Lakshanas of Parama Bhakta, then the Sadhanas of the Bhakti. Toward the end, Bhagavan says, all of them will be achieved only by one technique or means called as Satsanga. Therefore, the next chapter talks about Satsanga Mahima. That's how the Bhagavata takes us ahead. Thank you. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Sri Krishna Chandra Bhagavan ki Jai Sadgurunath Maharaj ki Jai